Hello and welcome to Witcher 3. I'm Ads, I'm going to be your host in this role-playing game. What I intend to do here is tell you a story rather than do a let's play, so hopefully you will enjoy it. The story so far is that Geralt, that's me, the Witcher, is looking for Yennefer. Yennefer is a beautiful woman, a sorcerer, who dresses in black and white, smells of lilac and gooseberries, and is a love interest of Geralt. She sent us a letter which basically said that she wants to meet up and we need to ride to Willibury near Virasima, and that is what we're doing now. And we've been given some information that she has been seen in the nearby garrison, which is where I'm heading to now.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a Witcher.
A Witcher? Captain Peter Sagwin-Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Huh. You black ones aren't so scary after all. Can even be nice if you want to.
Don't get accustomed, Nordling.
To the tower. Go.
Well, these Nilfgaardians are very trusting, aren't they? Letting me in with all my weapons and stuff. Anyway, I head over to the tower to meet the captain.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a Griffin in the area.
Yes!
Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this Griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No, too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this Griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the Griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the Griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
Need more information about this Griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the Griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Tamira and Mislav. Thanks.
Es sunt jakten.
Oh, that's excellent. We are actually going Griffin hunting. I think my impression of the captain, that he does seem to be a bit of a reasonable kind of guy. Claims to be a farmer, but we'll soon see what he actually turns out to be, I guess. Now, if you remember in the previous episode, Odilon mentioned the herbalist Tamira as well. He said that she has mentioned Claire, who happens to be that Noon Wraith that we defeated. So I'm quite looking forward to meeting her and finding out about who Claire might have been. But first of all, I am going to check out Mislav, the hunter.
Oh.
But before I arrive, somebody calls me over from the side of the road.
Whoa, Master Witcher!
Hey there. What happened?
Monsters! Monsters from the swamp! Folk said the road was fraught with peril, but I wouldn't listen. Got my comeuppance now.
Less moaning, more details. What happened, and how can I help? And remember, I don't work for free. Witcher's code and all.
Well, was on my way to the Black Ones to trade. Suddenly my horse got spooked, ran clear off the road. We hit a bump, I went flying and the horse and cart rolled on. Then I heard bubbling, neighing, slurping. Something came out from the muck, devoured Asher, hooves and all. No doubt my goods are still on the cart, but I'm too afeard to go and see. Thought maybe you. I'm most concerned about a little box. Bring it to me, I beg you.
Fine, I'll go. Let you know if I find that box.
But before I can go hunting for the cart, I get set upon by a pack of wolves. I'm sure that wasn't in the script. And the merchant, he just sits there.
Like that, not good.
Okay, time to check out where this cart went and find this box. Using my Witcher senses, I see some cart tracks in the road.
Cart tracks. Rode off into the swamp.
Before I investigate the cart, I thought it might be probably a good idea to get rid of these drowners before they jump me by surprise. With the drowners dispatched, I head back to the cart. Of course, I loot the whole thing, taking everything, looking for this box, and then I use my Witcher senses to find out a few clues as to what might have actually happened.
Carts riddled with arrows. Interesting. I should take a look around. An arrow. Didn't mention this. Square in the neck. Good shot. Either the merchant's got serious memory problems, or he's lying.
It took me a while to find it, but I did eventually come across the little box. Of course, it's locked, so I wasn't able to look inside.
Must be that box he mentioned. Splattered with blood. Human blood.
Anyway, I head back to the merchant, see what he says for himself regarding what appears to be a murder. Especially when there seems to be arrows lying around, and he's the only person around here with a bow and arrow.
Oh, and you find the box?
Yeah, found your priceless chest. And someone who looks an awful lot like a cart driver with an arrow through his neck. No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hack to use a bow. So lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it. Just like I can hear your heart, which is pounding, like a liar's. Best hope you're a better rider than you are a liar.
Oh no, he's done a runner.
Let's go!
And I don't think I'm any good with the horse just yet. As you can tell, I drive into trees. But I soon catch him up. And then I let him go again. And as I approach, I draw my sword. And I miss and run straight into a tree. Again. Come on, giddy up. Here we go. No, completely miss. Do eventually chase him down. And wallop. Oh, that was almost a decapitation.
Gotta get him out of here. Wake up. See? Can't run from the truth. Not even on horseback. Now who are you, and why'd you attack that cart?
Private First Class John Giermer, Temerian 6th Division, 2nd Regiment. Disbanded, but still active. Underground, in the woods. That was a medical transport. I'd be damned if it reached the Black Ones. And the medicine, our lads could use it too. We've many ill among us. You let me go, and they might live, and fight once more for a free North.
I'm not too sure who the bad guys here. The Nilfgaardians obviously are attacking the Temerians, taking over their land, but is it for the better? Probably not. But anyway, I do choose to let him have the medicine.
Fine. Go. And may you and your soldier buddies hiding in the bushes be victorious in your struggle against Nilfgaard.
You've a vile sense of humor. But you're a decent man. Here, the gold I promised. Use it well. Drink to the silver lilies, and to Foltest's memory.
Okay, so back to
Slower.
looking for Mislav the Hunter. I stop at his little hut here and find out that
Anyone
he's not
home?
in.
Must be out hunting. Trail's fresh. Mislav just left home. You, Mislav?
Hear that?
Wolves? No. Wild dogs.
Yes. More dangerous than wolves.
Dogs more dangerous than wolves? Don't think so.
It's the truth. Know why?
No, but I guess you're about to tell me.
Wolves hunt to fill their bellies. Wild dogs kill for sport.
Just like humans.
Aye. They've learned much from us. Why not cruelty too?
I'm hunting bigger game. The Nilfgaardians the Griffin killed. Where'd you find them?
Ah, I see. You a witcher. That monster slayer they's talking about in the village. I'll show you, sure. But, I gotta kill those mutts before they hurt someone. Will you help? That is, if you don't mind blunting your silver blades on them.
Sure. Griffin's not going anywhere.
No. Dogs might, though. So step careful now. Come on.
These dogs been a problem for a while now.
Since the war started, soldier on the march, he'll stop to rape a woman, strangle her, kill her man for a chuckle, even butcher a cow. But a dog, a kick in passing, no more. So these stray mutts form packs. They're gaunt, guts stuck to their spines, covered in scabies, but they just won't die, because they're clever. More so than foxes. Too late. Attacked another one.
Mislav dispatches one of the wild dogs before I even get there with his arrow, but in the process almost hits me.
Lost your nerve? Dieter.
You know him?
We served at the Lord's Manor together, where the Black Army's encamped now. He was a stable hand, I was the Lord's hunter. But that was before... well, a long time ago.
Before what?
Before they drove me from the village.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm a freak. Sorry. I'd rather not talk about it.
I'm only really interested in the whereabouts of this Griffin, but this intrigues me a bit.
I'm a freak too.
Aye, but of another kind.
If it's lycanthropy, I can help.
What?
Lycanthropy. Werewolves. Handled a few cases in the past. It's usually a simple curse that...
The Lord's son, Florian, and I... we loved each other. Dieter walked in on us in the stables. They drove me away. Florian hanged himself. Lord started drinking, and the estate fell into ruin. That's the long and short of it.
I'm sorry.
Ancient history now. I was to show you where I found the Nilfgaardians. Come.
Griffin, know anything about it?
Not much. It's not my kind of game.
You're his kind, though. Survival instincts alone ought to make you care.
I walk silent through the woods. No Griffin can hear me nor spy me.
Oh, I see. So Mislav and Florian were boyfriend and boyfriend. Dieter, the guy on the ground here, been eaten by the dogs. He actually caught them canoodling or whatever. And of course, Florian's father, the Lord, found out, started drinking, the house went into disrepair, and probably took it out all on Claire and Volkmir.
'Twas here. One lay there, by the stump, headless. The other hung from a branch, guts splayed, stretching down to... Watch out for yourself now.
Nothing to mourn. They were Nilfgaardians.
They were lads, like ours. Just clad in black plate. Good hunting now.
We've come to the spot where the Nilfgaardians were found.
Nilfgaardians were celebrating. Griffin interrupted them.
So we just need to investigate the place and see if we can locate this Griffin.
Ground's black, saturated with blood. A camp.
I noticed some footprints.
These prints are older and deeper, heavily armored. Nilfgaardians, probably.
But notice that they're actually leading to that camp. I'm following them backwards, as it were. Those growls and whatever. I think they're wolves or wild dogs. They're freaking me out, though. Gotta watch them. Following the footsteps, I come to this place.
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least. Corpse is a couple of weeks old. Still alive when the Griffin brought him here. Took a long time dying. Bones. Horse, dog, human. A few months' worth. Female. Larvae in her wounds have already hatched. Been dead at least a week. Other Griffin must be a male. Deep cuts over the whole body. Not a drop of blood on the beak or claws. Didn't defend herself. Crept up on her while she slept. Beak tips worn. Gray hairs in the coat. 10, 12 years old. Griffins pair off for life when young. Male must be about the same age. Thick shaft, dense barbs. A royal griffin. Explains why the male I ran into was so aggressive. Hunted the Nilfgaardians down here in the forest first, then started prowling the area. Done all I could. Should talk to Vesemir.
What I think happened here is that the Nilfgaardians, they came and discovered this griffin nest. Decided to, one night, slaughter the female while it sat on the nest. Didn't have a chance of attacking back because it was snuck upon. And of course now the male has lost its mate for life and is on the rampage, killing everyone. It starts off by tracking the Nilfgaardians down in their little base camp where they were celebrating the death of the griffin, and just started a rampage from there. That's what I think happened. Now we have a better idea of what we're dealing with regarding the griffin. I jump on Roach and head back down to White Orchard to go and meet Vesemir to tell him the news.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of a Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the Griffin for him. What else could he want from two witches? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a trap.
And how's that going?
Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse.
Got the buckthorn.
Did I?
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss, standard smells of the countryside. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up?
Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
I'm ready. No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already, other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will get in our way.
Good. Meet you there.
So in preparation to fight the griffin, I make a thunderbolt potion, which increases my attack power. And once I've done that, I head over to see Vesemir in a muddy field.
A stream, amber waves of grain. Charming place. Perfect for an ambush.
I know how to choose 'em. So, ready?
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
Now all we have to do is wait. Come on. We can cower in the shade of those birches.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
Not the sheep. Surely not the sheep.
Hear that? It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait. Take this.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
A witcher with a crossbow? We breaking with tradition?
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill. Watch out!
Ah!
It's about to dive!
God, lost your nerve?
Hardly touching it. Tiny little amount of damage taken there. Well, this is going to be a tough fight. But then I realise I haven't taken my Thunderbolt potion. Aiming the crossbow is a bit tricky as well. I see the crossbow seems to bring him down.
It's fast!
Whoa! Now that's better. Doing a lot more damage now. However, my Thunderbolt potion has now run out. And I haven't noticed. Oh, that's rubbish. I need to head after the Griffin over by that windmill. Yeah, I can't tell whether or not it's actually this crossbow's doing any damage. I don't think it does. I think it just drags it down to the ground. So I need to get in there with the sword again. But it flies off. And again, I'm not taking my Thunderbolt potion. It's coming in for another attack. Still doing heaps of damage to it though. Unless that's Vazimir.
Silver.
I'm learning to dodge as well. Sometimes. There you go. Whew. I think that was me just bashing the keyboard.
Not bad. Not bad. Though you could stand to improve some things.
Yeah, tell me about it.
For example?
Upward vertical strike. It's too obvious. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
Before I go to Nilfgaardians, I've got to take a look at the gaping hole that's left behind when I've lopped the head off. Oh, look, there it is. It's been lopped off. I head back to the Nilfgaardians to talk to the captain about the Griffin. But we find that he's not so friendly anymore.
What the hell is this?
Right.
You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective goods, 15 lashes with a knout. Make it so.
Oh, no, no! By the gods, no!
What?
He's just the captain of an invading army. He's a jerk!
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand to these people. They spat on it.
Could it be because it held the sword that killed their loved ones?
Tja, a moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Tell me why you've come.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time? Under my nose? Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the Griffin. Tit for tat. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
Oh my goodness, you can hear the whips and the screams from this guy, this poor farmer. I tried to find, trying to rescue him. Well, I tried to find him so I could rescue him, but I had no idea where he was being whipped. So I just had to give up in the end and leave. Before I go and meet Vesemir, I thought I would track down the herbalist, Tomera, find out if she has, well, see if she can remember Claire.
Yes?
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarrelled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family and moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed. But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious. But who knows the truth?
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
'Tis so in every village. Even the smallest. You need only ask. But let's not end on a teary note. Here, a bit of solace.
Claire must have known about Florian being homosexual. And then when the Lord came round to ask them to move back to the village, she must have said something which angered the Lord, and he must have just got his lackeys to order them to murder them. We've not finished questioning Tomera yet.
Yes?
Griffin do that to her?
Delina. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my brews can do to help.
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
she'll die as it is.
Yes. A peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
I understand. Do as you will.
She's a very nice person. I'm going to ask her what's her story. Find out a bit more about her.
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there, how many times Mother Neneka stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Neneka. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left. Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word. Gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
That is a sad story. She basically left the temple and her career for love for this boy, and they wouldn't let her back in. So she had to just go travelling and find her own way and train herself, I suppose. Anyway, I decided to make the potion.
Yes?
And give it to her.
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Okay, so let's go back to White Orchard and meet up with Vesemir.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Who are they?
Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took 'em down.
Took 'em down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out of the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Oh, blimey. Oh, God.
Leave me be!
Oh.
Recognize
then she goes.
this medallion. You know what it means. Back off.
You alright?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
Oh,
They
great.
won't back down now.
I can see that.
I don't really want to kill these guys, so I start looking for the Axie sign so I can maybe control them, calm them down. But unfortunately, it only affects one guy, and I think I knock him out anyway, so everyone kind of dies. Whoa! I'm not too sure if we actually needed to kill everybody. It's a bit overreacting, I think.
It's alright. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone. And don't ever come back.
Yeah, that was a bit harsh.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
That's... Hello?
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
We can talk here. Some charming orchards nearby. In bloom even, so you almost can't smell the corpses.
A tempting proposition. Sadly, I must say no. You see, someone awaits you in Vizima. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him,
E3.
the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then?
Oh, these are the guys from the Wild Hunt. Got skulls and bones all over their armour.
After the audience.
Wow. Wow, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. And if you enjoyed it as well, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell because when I do release the next video, you'll be notified then. And if you played Witcher 3 and you've got some hints and tips for us, then please put them in the comments below. I really would like to hear from you. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.